A long time ago, the Devas were defeated by the Asuras in a battle. For 1,000 Deva-years, the Devas lived under the oppression of the Asuras. Aditi, the mother of the Devas, prayed to the sun. Soon, the sun manifested itself before Aditi and gave her the boon to be born from her womb and destroy the Asuras. Aditi spent her pregnancy months fasting and performing rigorous penance. Her husband Kashyap believed that this would harm the baby, but instead the child was born perfectly healthy with an intense aura around it. He was named Martanda, and when he grew up, he burnt the Asuras to ashes with his bright radiance. The gods regained their control over Swarga, and Martanda assumed his role as Surya, the sun god. Vishwakarma, the architect of the gods, gave his beautiful daughter Samjna in marriage to Surya. They had a son named Vivaswatamanu, who we know as our current Manu. They then had the twins Yama, the god of death, and Yami, the personification of Yamuna river. But there was one problem. Sanjana wasn't able to tolerate Surya's heat. As Surya was born to literally burn the Asuras to death, this heat made Surya unattractive in Sanjana's eyes, and the bright rays even scorched and darkened her own skin. Sanjana was an expert at illusions, so she converted her own shadow into a physical form and made the shadow a replica of herself. Sanjana ordered Chhaya, literally meaning shadow, to pretend to be her and live with her husband and take care of her children, while she decided to go back to her father's place. Chhaya took her orders and was ready to carry out her duties as Sanjana. She continued to live with Surya as his wife, and Surya hadn't noticed a difference. In due time, Surya had 3 other children with Chhaya. The first was named Savanamanu, who will be our Manu in the next Manvantara. To know more about Manu and Manvantara, watch the video linked in the comments below. The second was Shani, the planet Saturn, and the third was his daughter Tapti, the river. Meanwhile, on the other side, Sanjana's father Vishwakarma would constantly remind her to go back to her husband. Eventually, Sanjana transformed herself into a mare and went to the land of northern Kurus, where she lived in hiding. Inevitably, Chhaya showed more love to her own children than the sons of Sanjana. Yama wasn't able to tolerate this favoritism. He was never given any love or respect. One day, he threatened to kick Chhaya. Chhaya was enraged and cursed him to lose his foot. Yama and Manu, troubled by their mother's unequal treatment, approached their father, Surya, seeking a remedy for the curse placed upon Yama. Surya explained that while he couldn't reverse the curse entirely, he could mitigate its effects. Worms would consume some flesh from Yama's foot, ensuring the curse's truth while sparing him from losing his entire foot. Surya then questioned Chhaya's actions. Chhaya avoided answering the question, but Surya saw through her evasion. Utilizing his yogic powers, he uncovered the truth about his wife. Enraged by her deceit, Surya demanded answers. Falling at his feet, Chhaya pleaded for his forgiveness. Surya then confronted his father-in-law Vishwakarma, threatening dire consequences unless he revealed Sanjana's whereabouts. Vishwakarma explained that Sanjana had left due to Surya's overwhelming intensity, dedicating herself to a life of austerity. Offering a solution, Vishwakarma proposed altering Surya's appearance to diminish his brightness. As Surya underwent this transformation, the entire cosmos experienced upheaval. The entire world order was disrupted. All of the gods and the divine beings approached Surya and sang his praises as he was being worked on by Vishwakarma. Finally, the sun was reduced to 1/16th of its former brightness. From the material that had been taken away from his body, Vishwakarma made many famous weapons like Vishnu Sudarshan Chakra, Shiva's Trishul, Kartikeya's spear, and Yama's staff. When Surya had been transformed, Surya went to the land of the northern Kurus and transformed into a horse. He approached the mare that was his wife. Seeing an unknown male horse approach her, Sanjana took a defensive stance. When Surya's nose touched Sanjana's, two children were born right there, Nasatya and Dasra. These two became the Ashwini Kumaras. After that was born Revanta, holding a sword, a bow, arrows, and a quiver. Surya then transformed back into his normal form. Sanjana was ecstatic when she saw the horse was her husband. She was excited when she saw that Surya's intensity had been reduced. She transformed back into her original form and happily reunited with her husband.